You're tuned in to the Foxboro BeatCast, a podcast for Patriots fans by Patriots fans. And here are your hosts, it's Kaleb McChesney and Ryan Moore.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Foxboro BeatCast. I'm your host, Kaleb McChesney. Alongside me, my co-host for the night, my co-host for this season, my co-host for life, Mr. Ryan Moore. Ryan, how are you on this beautiful Tuesday evening?
Beautiful might be a bit of a stretch, man. It is fucking scorching here in Ohio, man.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, dude, it was 95 today. It's going to be 98 tomorrow.
I heard from some Michiganders. They're like, man, I moved out of the South for this crap. And
oh my God, dude.
Here, there it is.
First day of class, too, actually. Walk in there. I couldn't find my class, couldn't find parking, couldn't find any of that shit. Some asshole on a Chevy Malibu took up 2 parking spots at once. Great parking job, dude. Thank you. Really considerate of others. Walk into class. Everyone's staring at me. I'm all sweaty. Teacher's like, who are you? It was awesome. What's up, guys? How was my first day of school, if anyone else is in school?
Yep, my little brother started first day of junior year in high school today.
Sheesh.
Or not today, yesterday. 2008.
By the way, his brother's born in 2008. Do you want to feel old?
Yeah, this kid was born right before the first President Obama administration. So
yeah,
good times, right? Stuff. And then Christian turns 21 tomorrow. So shout out to him.
Happy early birthday. Hey.
Let's go over the things that happened today. Just a quick overview. We're going to talk about the Patriots 20-10 L to the Washington Commanders. We're going to talk about Drake Maye. We're going to talk about Jacoby Brissett. We're going to talk about that's probably it as far as that game goes. Talk about the offensive line for sure. Then we'll go into the cuts. We're going to go over the 53-man roster. We're going to go over the guys that got cut, what we kind of expect. We'll go around the NFL, take a quick look. And this will be probably a quicker episode. I think tomorrow is going to be the action-packed highlight reel. I think we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is kind of your Patriots centric. We're gonna hone it down, get down to the nitty gritty. So Ryan, you ready to talk some Pats?
Yes, sir. Let's throw it out here.
Let's do it. All right. Patriots versus Commanders. Patriots lose 22-10. Key players from that game. Obviously, Drake Maye looked awesome. Jalen Polk had probably his best game of the preseason. Joe Milton was just kind of there. Javon Baker, 2 catches for 33 yards. KJ Osborne, 2 for 17. Should have been 3 off of a beautiful ball from Jacoby Brissett.
Should have been 4. He also had the touchdown.
Oh, yeah, that was called back from Chuks Okorafor's 27th illegal formation penalty. It's rumored that he is still being called for that penalty as we speak at 11:05 on Tuesday night. He made the team, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Look at the stadium, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. So we saw a little bit of Trace McSorley on the other side of the ball there, but let's just keep the Patriots here. What are some of your immediate takeaways from that game, Ryan? Just rapid fire.
Okay. Immediate takeaway. Drake Maye is ready for the NFL. That was a clinic from him. Just every single throw he made was a dot. And he was that throw to KJ Osborne that didn't count. Like, that's something you see from like rare talents, man. Like, you're looking at all-timers that do that shit. And Drake Maye did that just casually. Oh yeah, no, it's a preseason game. I know, I get it. But holy shit. That was awesome. Drake Maye brought life back, man. Last year was so lifeless. I got more life from a freaking preseason game than I have had with this freaking team in the past 3 years. It's beautiful. With that being said, with the O-line being the state it is, I kind of retract Drake Maye starting right away.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Dude. Dude, they are bad, man. Like, if Nick Leverett has to step on the football field at any point in the season,
we're toast.
It just do something better with your Sundays. Like, go mow the lawn, even if there's snow outside. Go like shovel the snow off and mow your lawn, or I don't know.
Cut the snow.
Cut the snow. Like, do something that's not watch Nick Leverett attempt to play center in the National Football League. Like, how many botch snaps did he have, man?
There were at least 2.
That too many.
And then there was a bunch last week, wasn't there?
Yeah. I think he could play guard. Like, but the problem is that they have him as a backup center. Center is a different role than guard, man. Like, holy shit, he was terrible. A core 4, we already brought it up.
Is he the worst player on this 53-man roster?
As of right now, he's certainly bottom 3.
Who's worse? Like, if they have to go and play at their position for 17 games, who's worse at that spot? Chooks, Core 4 at left tackle, or anybody else?
Maybe Leverett at center.
Because what you're losing with David Andrews?
Yeah. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, if David Andrews goes down, which...
Not improbable.
Knock on wood, it doesn't fucking happen, please. I love Dirty Dave, man. That guy has been a staple.
It's a miracle that he's still playing right now. Like,
it's a miracle he's still a great football player.
He should be retired, just fishing out in Georgia and just having the time of his life with him and his kids.
That dude had blood clots 5 years ago, and he's still a great football player, man.
Still probably a top 13 center in the league right now.
Love that guy. Dare I say maybe one day a red jacket guy?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I love him.
Absolutely. I don't think you get too much pushback on that.
Okay. I love him.
I like that take. I'm a big fan of that take.
Yeah. Sal also went down with an ankle injury. He was.
Oh, yeah. Do we have any update on that?
I think he's fine. I didn't hear any. Like, we would have probably heard, like, it's Tuesday today. We would have probably heard if his, like, ankle was, like, shattered or something. I think it's sort of like the Jacoby Brissett thing where, like, if this is a regular season game, he would probably be back in the game.
I don't know, Jim. BVM Sports.
Uh-oh.
Burned Bookmate. This guy from Pat's Pulpit says that he left the game with an ankle injury and he was seen with a walking boot.
Okay, they kind of get... Okay, to be fair, they give walking boots out like candy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Could you get a walking boot if you wanted one?
If you hurt your ankle, at least quote-unquote bad enough. Like, if you twist it, man, they'll give you, like, a freaking walking boot. No, I mean, listen, if it's... Wouldn't shock me if it's, like, a low ankle. If it's high ankle, then...
Oh, here we go. A source that can be trusted. Christopher Price of the Boston Globe. We love the Boston Globe over here. Shout out Chad Finn. He left the locker room in a walking boot. That was tweeted at 11:54 p.m. on the 25th on Sunday.
And we have no updates since.
Haven't seen it.
That's a little bizarre. Okay, maybe I'll retract it for now. Granted,
something to watch.
Yeah, something to watch. Granted, like I said, walking boots still. If you hurt your ankle, at least with like enough force on it, like to like miss even like a week of action, they'll put a walking boot on it. Like, I don't know. I don't think if you hear high ankle or anything like that, then you raise the alarm. My brain is fried, man. You sound the alarm because that's like he's out for a while type of injury.
Unrelated. Are you on Wi-Fi right now?
I am. Yeah. Why?
It's the feed's a little choppy. Just a little, enough to be a little concerning. Throw up a yellow flag there.
It's on Wi-Fi right now.
It's on Wi-Fi. Maybe take it off. It could be. It could be an idea. This is the raw aspect of the podcast here. We deal with the technicalities as they come.
Yeah. All right. How's this?
We'll see. It looks better.
All right.
See if it keeps up. All right. So City Sal, it's a beige flag. It's a little concerning. Behind who's behind City Salad Guard? Like who would play in that
Wouldn't
spot?
it be
Layden
like
Robinson?
it'd be Layden, which Layden had a mixed bag of a game. Like I've heard some good, I've heard some negative. I think, as always, if you hear good and negative, the answer is always somewhere in between, which is just an average game.
I mean, he's a
But-
3rd round pick, 4th round pick. You can't put too much. Like if he can just be serviceable and you don't hear his name that often, good.
Yeah, well, that's all you want from a lineman, right? Like the offensive line, unless you're launching like pancake blocks every single week, like if you're a Trent Williams type, you're just getting up to like the second,
Who
third
we
level.
should send a bag for.
Oh, buddy, I don't care how old he is. Yeah, Trent
What do you think
Williams.
the Niners would take for what would it take to get him? Would we have to give up a 1st rounder?
I think so. Which at that point, for 30, I think he's 35, 36.
Like, would you give up Will Campbell for a couple years of Trent Williams?
No, I wouldn't.
That's kind of the argument, right?
Yeah, no, I don't think I would. No. If Trent Williams is in his prime, easily. But Trent Williams is like 36. No.
Like, if it was just a matter of money, I would throw in the bag. Blank check.
Yeah.
It's trading for him.
Especially because Will Campbell is a blue chip offensive tackle that will be a 21-year-old rookie. Like,
No, I think Will Campbell to the Patriots is pretty much a lock.
Yeah, if that's what's going to happen there.
I think we're going to have probably a top 3 pick. And this is kind of like looking to the future a little too far, but just kind of walk with me here. I think we're going to have a top 3 pick. If we had the 1st pick, we are going to leverage the hell out of the Giants, the Seahawks, the Steelers, any team in the top 10 to 15 that need a quarterback. And we're just going to get the biggest haul. Like, we're going to get a haul that's comparable to what the Bears got for Bryce Young.
Dare I say, I have a fun one if you want to base it off what the Carolina Panthers gave to Chicago.
Okay.
New Orleans.
Yeah,
Chris
New Orleans
Olave.
is a name. I think I'll probably be standing on an island tomorrow when we do our predictions. I think the Saints are going to be okay. I can see them being really bad. I can. But I think they're going to be okay. They're going to be that 7-10 range. They're going to have probably...
If they have a top 10 pick.
If they have a top 10 pick, oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God. I would twist their arms and be like, oh, you don't like Derek Carr, huh? Oh, Spencer Rattler. Do you trust him? I don't know, huh? Oh, who's this? Chris Olave? Oh, you got to pay him soon? Oh, man. Oh, that really sucks.
I would hate to be in that position.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, you see what Carolina gave up? Oh, that's too bad. Do you guys really want a quarterback? Oh, New Orleans. I'm sorry.
Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, brother. But that's tomorrow. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. Today, we are talking about how good Chukwuekorfor is at the left tackle position, lining up 6 feet behind the line of scrimmage.
Spoiler alert, he's not good.
It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But let's talk about Drake Maye, because he's the face of the franchise. We put in all the marbles for him at the pick number 3 spot. Everybody's job is riding on Drake Maye being good. And last night, I think you and I are in agreement. He is the best quarterback on this team. Hands down, no competition. He is more ready than we thought he was. But the question that I posed on the game recap post and other posts that I've seen, are the Patriots ready for Drake Maye? I think there's a very different question with a very different answer.
And that's why I retracted my thing.
So you're a believer in not putting him out there right away?
I don't listen. I think he's ready. I don't want to David Carr the kid.
Explain to the viewers who are a little younger than us who David Carr is.
David Carr, he's the older brother of Derek Carr. He was the first ever draft pick of the Houston Texans once upon a time in 2002.
Back in 2002, yeah.
Here's the problem. For those that maybe don't know or maybe aren't totally familiar, the Houston Texans were an expansion team. So that means you got expansion draft level talent. They could. And it's funny.
So they
You think
probably
about
had an
how bad
O-line similar to ours.
You think about how bad that O-line was? Not a lot of people know this. They drafted Tony Baselli, one of the best offensive tackles ever. Baselli never played for them. I think he had a neck injury or back injury or something. No thanks. Also, like, he got taken from a rival team. Like, he was going to be a rival to Jaguars. He said no. Retired Jags legend. That's one of the best offensive tackles ever. Houston instead basically started me out there. And David Carr was basically a walking IR stint. To the
So
point.
I'm gonna Google how many times David Carr was sacked.
I think
I
his
want you to
year,
throw me a guess.
I want to say his rookie year, he got sacked like 70 times.
What do you think the number is over his? I should probably just leave it as the Houston years, huh?
Yeah, because I think he was the backup with the Giants and stuff like that.
2003 and 2006. StatMuse. How many times do you think he was sacked between 2003 and 2006?
I'm gonna say 150 times.
Close, 173.
Holy shit!
And his career total is 267.
This is what I mean. You can't have Drake Maye be a walking punching bag out there. As great as he is, even like, and we were talking about it in our dynasty chat, like with Trent, where he was like, "Well, if he's great enough, yeah, Andrew Luck was great enough to navigate murky waters. You
In
shouldn't be throwing your."
2004, he was sacked 49 times. He was sacked 76 times in 16 games.
My God.
Good Lord.
That's what I mean. With an O-line this bad, man.
He has two of the top 5 single sack totals. He has the first and he has the third.
Yeah. This is what I mean. Okay. Is Drake Maye great enough to navigate the murky waters? Yeah.
Maybe.
I think he is. I think he'll be great enough. You look at Andrew Luck. What season was Andrew Luck in when he retired?
7.
Yeah. Do you want Drake Maye taking that much physical contact from a horse shit offensive line? And by the 7th year, he's like, you know what, man? I'm good. I could play, but why would I want to? Look at Cam Newton, guys. You don't want these guys being human punching bags right away. You just don't. And I don't think Drake Maye needs to develop it. More so, he needs his career saved before, he even steps out there. Like, that it's brutal. And, you look at Cincinnati, like Joe Burrow, his rookie year, what happened?
Towards ACL.
Yeah.
After looking pretty good. Like,
ACL,
I was already, his rookie year, I was calling him a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Yeah. Burrow was great enough. But it was like 8th game, 9th game?
Yeah, Thursday Night Football against Cleveland.
No, it was against Philly, I think.
Was it?
Was it Cleveland or Philly? It was.
I think it was Cleveland.
Was it Cleveland? It was one of those two. I thought it was Philly. I could be tweaking.
He took a big shot against Philly.
No, it was Commanders. It was against the Commanders. It was at FedEx.
Was it?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember it now. Yeah. I think he took it from Chase Young.
Cephers torn ACL, MCL. God doesn't. Yeah, he left in the third quarter against Washington. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, well, it's the Washington football team at the time, but yeah.
Maybe it was the Cleveland game where I was calling him a top 10 quarterback.
Well, because he's playing like one at that point.
And now, obviously, he's top 5.
No, I think I remember the Eagles game because I think they tied it or something like that year. 2020 was weird.
It was a fever dream. Like, I still think Tampa Tom Brady was a fever dream.
Kind of was.
But so here's the big question. So you don't want to play Drake Maye this year?
I do and I don't. But for his sake, I don't.
Well, yeah. for the sake of the question, you don't want to play him this year because you got to pick one side or the other for this
Okay,
situation that I'm proposing you.
I don't.
Gun to your head, no. Okay. Jacoby Brissett gets hurt again. Say this. Say week 3, he gets slammed on his shoulder again. Your other 2 quarterbacks on the roster are Drake Maye and Joe Milton.
Oh yeah, well at that point, yeah, but that's like, not a doomer situation, but that's more so like, okay.
Listen, it's more probable than improbable at this point.
For sure. At that point, you run fucking max protect every play.
Every week
wow.
is the 3 pass attempt game.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose
and
some.
Ramondre Stevenson is out there in a full body cast. What the? Give me the ball, Alex.
And listen, I asked this question to make us rethink about a cut we made today. I know neither of us are big on the Zappy train, okay? Neither of us ever had Zappy fever at any point. Wouldn't you have rather had him go out there if Jacoby Brissett were to go down than Drake Maye or Joe Milton?
To be a human punching bag? Yeah.
To be the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
To trot him out there and just play, and hopefully it works out.
But then at that point, I'm not watching another season of Bailey Zappi football. Like,
oh yes, you are, because we have a show to do. Damn it. But yeah, so that's my point. Like, why did
Caleb runs the show solo from week 6 onwards?
Seriously, like, God, I don't know who I could call at this point. Like, we're 0-6. The team is crap. We're averaging like 6 points a game.
I'm
who wants to talk Patriots for the next 11 weeks?
It's just like last year, except just as like even worse.
Are you think I get Trent to sign up for that bullshit again?
No. Fuck, man.
So that's why I ask. Wouldn't you have rather had Bailey Zappi? If not just for that reason.
Sure.
And then just like let whatever happens with Joe Milton happen. Neither of us think he's going to be an NFL quarterback. Anybody with a brain knows he's not going to be a starting quarterback in this league.
Well, be careful, buddy. North Carolina's never produced one.
Okay. Neither has Tennessee. Oh, no, never mind. That was Peyton Manning.
I was going to say, Josh Dobbs is pretty good, huh?
Seriously, yeah.
Who else came from Tennessee? I don't even know if it's relevant.
Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker, yeah.
I hated him coming out.
Jared Garantano, or whatever the fuck his name was.
Who?
You don't know who Jared Garantano was?
No.
Oh my, he was like the quarterback in like the mid-2010s. He is ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Tennessee for you. Anyways. Want to go over this 53 man?
Yeah, let's go over it.
Let's just get it out of here. Get out of the preseason with our 1-2 record. Yeah. So let's go over the quarter. Let's just go down the list. Quarterbacks: Jacoby Brissett, Drake Maye, Joe Milton. No surprises there. Bailey Zappi has been waived. No team has picked him up yet. I assume that somebody will in the coming days. Like, he's good enough to land on a roster. We just don't know where.
Yeah.
Let's go to the running back room. Only 3. Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson, both that we could have assumed. JaMycal Hasty makes the roster. Kevin Harris, Terrell Jennings, and Deshaun Fenwick all were released. I am seriously questioning the Kevin Harris release.
I am too. The only thing that could make just a little bit more sense is they like JaMycal Hasty's experience in the kind of West Coast zone running system they're going to run better than Kevin Harris. And I mean, JaMycal Hasty is good. Like, I'm not going to I like him. That's the only thing I could see. But man, Kevin Harris runs so hard. Like,
he catches the ball pretty good too.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a good football player, man. It's weird. It's bizarre. Like, is there something going on that, like, or are we missing the mark here? I don't know.
I don't know, but no more Kevin Harris. Let's talk about the wide receiver room. We talked a lot about them over the past couple of years. KJ Osborne, Tyquan Thornton, Pop Douglas, Jalen Polk, Javon Baker, Jalen Reagor, and can you believe it? He made it. Kayshon Boutte has made the 53-man roster. Do you have any takes on the wide receiver room?
Well, my take is that Tyquan Thornton is your receiver one. I still don't see it.
He didn't show me anything in the preseason to make me think that, like,
I keep hearing, oh my god, this is a different Tyquan Thornton. It's like the he ain't do shit but step back meme. Like, I'm serious. What has he done? Like,
before the Alex Jones pills versus after the Alex Jones pills.
I want Tyquan, for what it's worth. I don't hate Tyquan Thornton. I want him to work out. But what has he shown?
Broken collarbone, being 100 pounds soaking wet, and then he beefs up and he looks like the same guy.
Yeah, he ain't do shit but step back.
Look at how much weight I lost. Look.
Yeah, I lost 2 pounds yesterday. I'm still fat. Come on.
I don't get it. But he's your X receiver for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
KJ Osborne, I really like, but he's got to stop thinking he's Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
Jacoby Brissett throws his best ball of like the entire camp in preseason, and dude's like, "Oh, watch this! Oh, it's gone."
I reached back like 1-3. This shit just don't work, man. You ain't Odell, bud. Just beat KJ Osborne. You're a good enough talent, actually. Kirk Cousins was singing your praises, saying you're a dog. Just be you. You don't need to try super. This is what frustrates me, and we were talking about like with like Jacoby Brissett last week. Don't press too hard. Be yourself. You know, your limitations are your limitations, sure, but your positives are your positives. Work to the positives. KJ Osborne's gonna be a good player, but don't play hero ball. That's when you burn yourself.
And we agree that Jalen Polk looked pretty good. Pop Douglas is probably the best receiver right now in the room.
Yeah.
And then you have Javon Baker, who is battling some tough stuff in camp.
What I will say about Baker, did Javon Baker hive leader? I did see, and this would make Bill Belichick smile. He had a really awesome gunner rep of special teams, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, that.
Well, that's how he's gonna stay on the active roster.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta kind of put your head down and just play ugly.
Jalen Reagor had a great start to the camp, cooled off. He made the roster, and then Kayshon Boutte, he's getting another chance to the NFL. Hopefully, he makes the most of it.
We already know what Jalen Reagor's role is. Your returner. He's a good returner. Pretty good.
He's actually kind of developed as a solid depth receiver.
Like, yeah, he got. Listen, Eagles fans maligned the shit out of him, and is it some of it justified? Yeah.
Hey, they're not. He's not the reason that they picked him over Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, and T. Higgins and a bunch of like you know, there's a quality football player here, and quite frankly, I think he's okay. If he was taken at 32nd overall in 2019,
we're a lot happier.
A little happier knowing he's at least a rostered player. Where's N'Keal Harry today?
Cut.
Unemployed.
CFL heading to the Argonauts.
Yeah. Hey, you want to head back to Toronto, bud?
He is Canadian. I forget about that.
Yeah.
Canadian Dobson.
Yeah.
You ready to talk about the worst part of this team?
Yeah.
Your offensive line, you got 9 of them. Chooks Okorafor.
Bad.
City Sow, injured. David Andrews, God, please stay alive. Layden Robinson, rookie. Big Mike.
Awesome kid.
Vidarian Lowe.
Bad.
Nick Leverett.
Bad.
Caden Wallace, rookie. And Michael Jordan.
Good.
Not that Michael Jordan, the other Michael Jordan.
This Michael Jordan is also like 6'7" or 6'6". This one can't dunk though. I don't know. Well, maybe he could. Actually, I wonder if this Michael Jordan could dunk. He
All
can't
right,
play.
Ryan,
He can't play guard at a good level, though. I'll tell you that.
you're building this offensive line left to right for week 1. What are you doing?
Okay, left tackle. I think it should be Caden Wallace.
We haven't even seen him in live game reps at left tackle.
I don't care, dude. Okorafor is.
We're going to be trying new stuff week 1 in Cincinnati.
They should have been doing this in the preseason.
I agree, but we can't work with the stuff we don't know.
Fuck it, the unknown's better than the dog shit we got.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to make that boss call.
I don't know, man. Like,
All right, it's your line. It's your line. Build it.
I think Wallace is the best offensive tackle, or best, because Onwenu is the best offensive tackle, but I think Onwenu is the best O lineman overall.
I know, my new is a guard. Think about that.
Yeah.
All right, keep going. Left guard.
Left guard, if he's healthy, should be CD Sal.
Okay, we'll just assume he's healthy.
Center. I mean, that's the most obvious one.
Andrews.
Jake Andrews, actually, no. Right guard will, I think, be. I want to say Layden Robinson should be the right guard. If it's my perfect world, he's the right guard. But look at the depth chart, man. Can you list off the names again? I'm blanking. I'm fucking tired, man.
Okay.
Why am I blanking?
You have for guard options, you have Michael Jordan, Layden Robinson, and then Mike. You have more tackles than you have guards. I think Mike's playing guard.
I guess you kind of have to. But then, okay, you know what? I guess you have to flip Okorafor to left and Caden to right if you're going to do that.
Here's what I would do. He was the least bad of all of them. You didn't see him getting these illegal formation penalties. I'm putting Vidarian Lowe at left.
Unfortunately, that might be the reality, man.
I'm putting Vidarian Lowe at left. Then I'm putting City Sal. Then we're putting David Andrews in the center. Mike Onwenu at right guard. And then we're putting Caden Wallace at right tackle.
That's fine. Like, I don't hate it.
Like, Lowe is the least bad, I think. I think Chooks.
Well, they're talking about, like, Vidarian Lowe, like he became fucking Jonathan Ogden over the offseason.
Like, we need... I would be fine with Chooks at right tackle. I think he was fine there. I think the left tackle position was just too much for him. I think it was just a huge difference, which is why we cannot be putting right tackles at left tackle and thinking we can just get away with it. This isn't Bill Belichick BS. We don't have Dante Scarnecchia anymore to turn chicken shit into chicken salad. We don't have that anymore. It's gone. Dante Scarnecchia is living his best life probably out on Nantucket with Bill on the boat, having a good old time with his 23-year-old girlfriend. We can't we're trying to be smarter than we are with this offensive line thing, and it's not going to work. This is what happens. This is what happens when you try to be cute. You try to get the best value instead of just getting a goddamn left tackle. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that you do not have somebody that can just play left tackle. We do not have a traditional left tackle on this roster, Ryan. Vidarian Lowe is the closest one.
I agree.
This is disgusting. This is probably... We can gas up Elliott Wolf for his good moves, and we have. This is inexcusable. This is unacceptable. This makes your whole team, like the whole team that you built in one offseason, and I get it, you weren't given everything you possibly could have been. I get it. You didn't pursue one left tackle. You didn't just get a guy. And we'll talk about a guy a little bit later. We'll talk about a couple guys. But the way it stands today, before the waiver claims, this is bad.
Yeah.
And I hope that I didn't overkill it, but this is horrendous.
Here's the thing, though, as well, is you shouldn't have to be relying on the waivers to overhaul your O-line.
Yes.
He's got,
Complete my point for
like I
me,
said last
please.
show, offensive line is at the weakest it's ever been in the NFL, I would say.
Nobody's just out here trading left tackles. Like, they don't have them to spare.
Yeah. Like, that's why I want Will Campbell so bad, because, like, you look at, like, if a team has a blue chip offensive tackle, they're not being let go. They're just not.
Nobody's moving them. The Niners would rather hold Trent Williams hostage than let him go.
Yeah. Well, even, like, Tyron Smith got signed this offseason, one of the best left tackles
Jets, right?
of our generation. Yep, to the Jets. The Cowboys waited until he was out of his prime for them to be like, yeah, that's fine. And they got someone else to replace him.
So that's inexcusable, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. There's a reason why offensive linemen hit free agency.
It's your first off season. I totally understand that you weren't given the best keys to the car, but you couldn't get a guy.
Yeah. Now, this upcoming off season, I do think they're going to go nuclear.
They have to,
with all the money and the draft capital they'll have and stuff.
Yeah, my millionaire surtax.
Yeah. What former coach made that as fucking excuse?
4% on my $1 million.
Yeah, I'm sure that
sounds like excuses. Yeah, we couldn't sign players because there was a 4% surtax. Yeah, well, that wasn't implemented until your last year.
Hey, Bill, what did you do in 2021 again?
Signed.
Yeah.
A lot of those signings didn't work out.
He spent money, though.
We forgot to mention Kendrick Bourne on the pup.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for him to come back. I think that once he comes back, that receiver room looks a little nicer.
Hopefully he's at least a majority of the same player.
Yeah.
Coming up with torn ACL's rough, though. But even Kendrick Bourne, just in general, is like good vibes.
Good vibes. Yeah, I mean, you need the vibes after Judon.
Yeah.
But, yes, O-line, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Let's go to the tight end, shall we?
Yeah, you know what? I gotta give a shout to my guy Jaheim Bell.
Congrats, he made the roster.
Yeah, and you know what? He's one of the 3 best tight ends on this roster, and he should stay on the roster. And I'll stand on that take. I think he is going to be a player that you should watch for this season. Will he get a lot of targets naturally? No, because he's a 7th round rookie tight end. But they're gonna find plays for him, and it wouldn't shock me by the end of the year you're looking at Jaheim Bell being like, okay, 2025, is this a breakout candidate with more volume? You know, he should overtake Austin Hooper. I think he's that talented in the future. Like, I'm really excited for him. Obviously, Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper, I mean, solid. Like, those are 2 reliable options. Hunter Henry, I think, is another guy that adding him to the offense should be a boost. He's just consistently good. Always makes the right play. He's money in the red zone. You know, not a good blocker, but who cares?
Who is a good blocker on this team?
Nobody at the tight end room.
But yeah, that is your 2024-2025 New England Patriots offense post cuts. Let's go to the defense. Defensive line. Devon Godchaux. Jeremiah Farms Jr., probably one of our favorite players of the preseason.
Yep. Great story. We talked about it from Friends University.
Friends University.
Some fucking shit like that.
Got his degree in Joey Tribbiani.
Yeah. good Friends reference, buddy. Seinfeld's still better.
Wait, what did you say?
I said the correct take.
What's the correct take?
Seinfeld's still better.
I'm
right, and you know it.
I don't think they're really comparable.
Not for Jerry, but for the others.
I don't think it's comparable. I think they're 2 vastly different shows. Seinfeld did not follow a storyline. Seinfeld was Seinfeld. Friends, it grew and it turned into things and it built upon.
And I never watched
it built upon.
So
I didn't either. And then when I finally watched it, I'm like, okay, I understand. Not my favorite show ever. My favorite show ever is Scrubs. But very, very good show.
I'm more of an adult animation Family Guy type of
Yeah.
self.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyway, that's random dialogue. Anyway,
Daniel Ukulele.
Akawale.
Tristan Hill. We have questions.
I am kind of shocked he made the roster.
We have questions about Tristan Hill.
I think he might be the first cut, like of the bunch. Like if after claims, wouldn't shock me.
No. Keon White, obviously, and Dietrich Wise Jr., your captain of the defense there.
Two good players. I think
it's a pretty good defensive line room.
What's up?
It's a pretty good defensive line room.
Yeah, it's solid. They're missing Barmore, which kills. If Barmore was there, it'd be a lot more exciting. I'd be a lot more optimistic.
Barmore was not placed on season-ending IR, I don't think.
I think he's coming back, but it'll probably be like November.
If he comes back, right. If it's a lost season, don't even bother.
Yeah, let him heal up. Blood clots are serious, like they did with David Andrews. Just let him heal, man. You know, we don't want guys dying over this fucking team. Just don't.
Not the year to do it.
Yeah.
We're not making the playoffs. We're not making the Super Bowl. This isn't 2014. You don't need a rush to make the greatest Patriots team ever. Slow down, and hopefully we'll get you back next year. Want to talk about the linebackers?
Yeah.
Juwan Bentley, Jelani Tavai. No surprises there.
Good players.
Raekwon McMillan. This is like the first time he's entering the season healthy.
He's still standing.
I'm a big Raekwon guy. I think he's super athletic.
He's a good player.
I think he's a playmaker. Yeah.
He's always had the most unfortunate injury luck ever, man. Like
this might be the year.
Hopefully.
Anthony Jennings. We're both pretty high on him.
Good edge setter.
I thought O'Shane got cut, but he's on my list.
I think O'Shane didn't get cut.
Stand by. I thought he got cut.
No, I don't think he got cut.
I'm gonna make sure that my Mike Reese tweet is correct. News. Yep, he's here.
Not shocked. O'Shane's a good player.
We were so high on O'Shane when he was coming out.
Old Dominion, baby.
We wanted him here in the first place.
Also, birthday twin of mine. Love you, O'Shane. Love you too, Hunter Henry. December 7th, best birthday ever.
I don't love my birthday twin.
Womp womp.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Who?
Marcus Smart.
I'm not. Joe Milton.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, I fucking hate Marcus Smart. Glad he's gone.
For Boston to say it, by the way.
And I don't understand why. He's not like he was like some elite player.
Listen, Drew Holiday came in.
He was just a point guard.
Drew Holiday came in and kind of...
Listen, Marcus Smart was holding you back. Once you left, you got a ring.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what happens when
fans won't like that, but it is the truth.
That's what happens when you have a man-child like as your locker room leader. Like that was the most overrated part of his repertoire. That he was such a good team leader. No, he wasn't.
He just like chucking up shots and like he played great defense.
Brett thought that he deserved the ball at all times.
Yeah,
like he was calling the shots. Like, dude, no, you were like maybe the fourth.
Marcus Smart every single time he had the ball in the offensive zone was like, "Fuck it, I'm Curry."
Would he start like with your current lineup?
No,
he shouldn't. He shouldn't.
He would be the 7th best player in the Celtics right now,
behind Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Kristaps,
and Horford.
Was that 6?
Yeah. You
gotta have somebody on the bench that's better than him.
No, I don't think he's. I don't think Peyton's better than him.
No, definitely
not. No, he's. I don't think Hauser or Peyton Pritchard are better than him.
Okay. Okay. I can't let the hate go too far.
Yeah, I'm all your biggest hater, and when is reasonable.
Yeah, but anyways. Christian Ellis made the team over Joe Giles Harris. I'm pretty pissed about that.
I'm fine with both, like either of them making the team. I think Giles Harris will be back in the practice squad if he doesn't go elsewhere. Ellis can hit, man. Like he is mean.
Want to play keep trade cut with our favorite 3 linebackers?
All right.
Ellis, Giles Harris, Steel Chambers.
Well, we already had one's fate decided.
We had 2. 2 of them got cut. I'm keeping Harris. I'll
probably keep Giles Harris as well.
Okay.
I would trade Ellis and I would cut Steele, but I would put Steele on the practice squad.
So we would just tell Christian Ellis to go F himself and leave.
He probably has trade value. He could probably get like a 7th or something for him.
Are there any big Christian Ellis fans in chat?
I don't know.
Chat, are we
No, I did hype up Steel Chambers a little bit when the Patriots signed him. I still think there is a player there, but he was really raw. He's only played linebacker for a couple of years. So he's undrafted for a reason, but I do like him a lot still. I do hope he comes back to the practice squad because I think there can be a player there in the future. It's just not today, and it happens. Guys, there's going to be guys on the practice squad like Drew Wallace, for example, if he comes to our practice squad. I think he could become a player. It's just not today.
As for the corners, Christian Gonzalez, no surprise. Jonathan Jones, no surprise. Marcus Jones, no surprise. Marco Wilson, Alex Austin, Isaiah Bolden, and rookie Marcellus Dial Jr. out of the real USC. What do you make of this cornerback room?
Well, obviously Gonzo's Gonzo. We know he's gonna be great, hopefully. Jonathan Jones, I mean, shit, dude. Him and David Andrews, it's making me feel old.
That's the old guard now, yeah.
Yeah, when I was like hoping for both of these guys to start, make the team as undrafted guys their rookie years. Man, it's been some time. I really like Marcus Jones. His durability's been concerning.
That's why he's not playing kick returner anymore.
Yeah, no, it's too bad because he's the best returner on the team. He's a damn good slot though. Like I think he's a good football player. I really like him a lot.
He could be the next Jonathan Jones.
I agree. Alex Austin's a guy I want to highlight. I thought he was really good in the preseason. I thought even in his limited action last year, when the Patriots signed him, I think from Houston and Buffalo.
He had a pretty good game against Buffalo.
He looked good.
Didn't he have like 2 picks off Allen in Buffalo?
I think he did. Yeah, he had a really strong game like the last.
I know he had one. I was
working that game, and I was checking Twitter like periodically, and everyone's like, Alex Austin! I'm like, okay. Damn. Really wish I wasn't working. I know Rager had a big game too. Like I think he had the kick return.
He had the kick return, yeah.
Yeah. And I did see
Alex Austin had 1 pick. I thought he had 2.
This is before the Commanders game. Alex Austin had the most like targets or most passes without being targeted in the preseason for the Patriots.
Pretty good.
Which proves he's just islanding guys. Which
Austin Island.
He's a big guy too. He's a big corner. Would be nice to have. I hope, you know.
What do you think about Marco Wilson or Isaiah Bolden?
Bolden's special teams. We know that.
Good to see him. Good to see him make the roster.
Yeah, after that concussion, that was brutal. Him getting stretchered off, that sucked. Marco Wilson, I do remember him out of college for one of the funniest wrong reasons ever. I don't know if you know about this. So they were playing LSU. It was Florida versus LSU. Marco Wilson, it was a really tight game. I forget the score of it. But essentially, Florida, I think, had LSU kind of dead to rights.
Okay.
This motherfucker, Marco Wilson, proceeded to pick up a player's cleat. And
I saw a whole video on this.
Yeah.
How it, like, basically turned Florida into the crapshoot it is now.
Yeah.
Huh.
With that being said, he was, I think, if I remember correctly, a 3rd-round pick of the Cardinals. Got cut by them last year. We claimed him. He's talented.
Good depth.
I think, obviously, I hope he doesn't toss any more cleats.
He seems to be far removed from that.
Yeah.
It's been damn near 6-7 years at this point.
I think it's 4. I think it's the pandemic years, 2020 season.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no,
Then,
I think he's a decent player.
Then rookie Marcellus Dial Jr. out of the real USC.
Special teams to start off, but he didn't look out of place as a rookie.
No, I thought he was pretty good.
So yeah,
Involved in a lot of tackles.
Yeah,
and safety, you have a pretty stud group with Tyler Duggar, Jabril Peppers, probably the 2 best defensive players you got right now.
Yeah, Mark Mapu will be on
pup
return from IR, like they designated
to
return.
And then Jalen Hawkins wearing the 32, and then Del Pettis wearing the 24. Am I right on that?
No,
Bledsoe I got switch?
24.
Who's wearing 24?
Josh Bledsoe.
That's right, and he's cut. He's not on my list.
Anyway, I did want to highlight Del Pettis, undrafted free agent. Which, hey, I think we lost the streak if I remember correctly, but
last year, yeah.
Del Pettis, undrafted free agent out of Troy. There were cut-ups on Twitter, actually, of him just getting involved in tackles. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but man, he puts his body on the line, which I like to see that from a safety. It appears Jabril Peppers is just like his influences of rubbing off on guys like, hey, go kill him. I mean, you're out there in the field, you're a safety. Jabril Peppers will be disappointed if you don't, put it all on the line for the fourth quarter of a preseason game. But I think he'll start as a special teamer, and it wouldn't shock me if he becomes a special teams dynamo, and then we'll see what happens if he ever gets any NFL playing time. Like on the defensive side of things. But I really like that player.
And then obviously Brendan Schooler is a special teamer. And then your kicker competition has been settled. Chad Ryland cut. Joey Sly will be your kicker for 2024. Bryce Behringer, still your punter. Joe Cardana, still your long snapper.
I want to throw a salute to a hero, Chad Ryland.
Yep, got us, Drake Maye.
Yeah. Best. How the Patriots turned the 15th pick.
Could have had Jaden Daniels if you missed against the Broncos.
Yeah.
But who knows?
No,
I think we might have still picked Drake Maye.
We would have taken Drake second, regardless. How the Patriots converted the 15th pick in 2021, a 4th rounder in 2022, and a 4th rounder in 2023 into Drake Maye.
That's going to be a really good video essay in like 6 years.
Yeah.
When the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl. Anyways, let's talk about the guys who were cut from other teams and what we could do with our 3rd overall waiver claim. We got to make use of it at some point, right? Let's go around the waiver wire, see who's available. This guy, not a waiver claim, but we'll start it out anyway. Lael Collins, the offensive tackle. Been a little banged up. Not the greatest guy. What do you think?
He's a name at this point, but veteran presence. Listen.
He at least plays left tackle.
Yeah, you can. I don't want to say justified in putting him in there, but there's at least, more reason to start him than some of the other guys. Push come to shove. Not a good option, though. Like, he's not, like, there's a reason he's available.
How about Jerron Christian?
This, I think, is the most likely player I think will become in New England.
Why?
He was a Cleveland Brown draft pick under Alex Van Pelt and Scott Peters.
Okay.
He's actually not bad, honestly. Like, he might be the best offensive lineman available, funny enough. The only reason why he got cut is because the Titans have, like, a bunch of young guys on the team. So, like, he kind of got, like I said, numbers gamed last week. Oh, fuck.
Believe it or not, folks, he is getting better with as the day.
Oh my god, dude! I'm just getting now over bronchitis and COVID and all that stuff, man. That is not.
You got COVID too?
I had COVID at the beginning of the month. Yeah, that's why I have bronchitis.
Jesus.
Yeah, not fun. Anyway,
I'm trying to get his pressure stats off of PFF.
he's a solid player. He actually started some games for the Browns last year, if I remember correctly.
Damn you, Dubs, for making your passwords so long and stupid.
I think he's useful. Definitely a lot more useful than the rest of the left tackle options.
Update password. All right. Pressure snaps. He played 637 snaps last year. 5 penalties, 4 sacks allowed, 6 hits allowed, total pressures allowed 33.
Not great.
And he played all of them at left tackle.
Yeah, listen, he's a body.
We are not picky.
Yeah. I think
Although he is
coming off
the worst year of his career.
Yeah, so
2021 in Houston, he had a pass block grade of 78.8. 2022 in Kansas City, he sucked, and in 23 he had a little better, not great. It was a bad year for him, but we're not picky.
You blame him and hope that he's back to Houston mode. He started games. Between him and La'el Collins, are they ideal? No, but you're not picking up an ideal offensive.
These are waiver claims, folks.
With that being said, he's probably the best option available.
What about Caleb Jones?
Caleb Jones, I've heard a bit about him from the Packers side of things.
No grades whatsoever.
Well, he's been a preseason warrior. He's a mammoth of a human being, though. I saw he's like 6'8" or 6'9" or something like that.
I wish they would tell me on this screen. Oh yeah, 6'9", 370. Jesus.
Yeah, can fill the Trent Brown quota. Just massive, dude.
Anchor.
Yeah, absolute human tank. Yeah, that's what I have on him. I heard from I was looking him up because I saw a few Patriots fans want him. Not a bad player. Packers fans liked him.
His name is spelled wrong.
Yeah, I guess some could say that. I personally don't have these issues.
You don't think his name is spelled wrong?
Well, it's subjective.
Yeah, and you are my co-host.
Yeah, but I'm not named Caleb. So I don't.
You should just side with me on this issue.
I don't hold an opinion on the name.
You should.
Yeah, I have.
You should. As your friend.
Okay, fine. Just for you, his name is spelled.
No, yeah, I don't even want it if you don't believe it.
I don't even
want it. I don't even want it. All right. Let's go to receiver. Xavier Johnson got cut. We foamed at the mouth about him last week, Ryan. Do you want to do it again?
Yes. He was Buffalo's highest graded offensive player last week in the third game of the preseason. Well, what does that mean? I don't know. But I loved him at Ohio State. I already talked about him at length, or not even at length, but just like a little. He's super versatile. He's a great athlete. He's a team leader. He'll do whatever you need him to do, and he won't give a shit. He won't give a shit about
player, but they don't have any stats for him on here.
Yeah, because he's a college guy. He's an undrafted guy coming out of college. I love him. One of my guys at Ohio State. Quite frankly, if Ohio State had a real passing game, he would have got drafted. Let's call spade a spade here. Kyle McCord, not good.
He's not the greatest Ohio State quarterback ever?
Yeah. Not better than CJ Stroud, or what was it supposed to be from certain people that were saying that?
I don't know any people who were saying that, do you?
Love you, Gerardo. Whatever you're doing right now, love you, buddy.
He'll be on the show. He'll be on the show at some point. Yeah. Do we play the Raiders this year? No.
I don't know.
Maybe you can come on during the bye week, like week 15, because we decided to go through hell this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun. What do we got up next? Donovan Peoples-Jones got cuts from the Lions. I don't think he's a very good player, but you're not picky when it comes to receiver. What do you think about Donovan Peoples-Jones?
Familiarity with Van Pelt. I could see it as a kind of they claim him because they need guys in the room, especially with Bourne not playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then worst case scenario, he sucks and you cut him. But they need bodies.
Last year, he had I don't understand. I don't understand PFF and their keys and what these things mean, what this thing means. PFF grade for pass routes, pretty good grade, not bad. Actually, wait, no, that grade's horrid.
Hold the fort. He sucks.
His drop grade was good. I think that means he didn't drop a ton of passes. His yak was meh. He only played. Oh, there we go. There's the stats I want. 13 catches, 155 yards last year, on 24 targets. In Cleveland, he was used a little bit more. 95 targets, 61 catches, 839 yards, and 3 scores.
He's mid. Like, he is what he is, but it's
You'd rather
familiar.
have Xavier Johnson.
It's like John Christian, right? Like familiarity, and he's not a bad player. He's just whatever. Like,
how about Terrace Marshall? Cut from the Panthers.
Intriguing. I don't think he's what
6'3", 200. Second round pick.
I don't think he is what he was supposed to be hyped up as coming out of high school. He was like the best receiver of his recruiting class, if I remember correctly, or one of the best. It was like him and like a Monroe St. Brown, for what it's worth.
1 career touchdown.
With that being said, there is upside there still. He's only 24.
Yep.
And there's worse waiver claims to make. If he sucks, he sucks. If he doesn't, then hey, just hit a home run there. You know, at the end of the day, a waiver claim's a free player. You're getting, you're getting the scraps. Oftentimes, you're going to get shit. You're going to get someone that's not good, and there's a reason why they're cut. There's a reason why Terrace Marshall was cut. With that being said, there's more conceivable upside in a waiver claim with him than there is by getting, I don't know, some undrafted free agent or whatever that just didn't do a whole lot in general.
A lot of Buckeyes on this list. We got another one here. Noah Brown.
That was a shocker.
Coming off of a career year.
He's good, man.
Or back-to-back career years. He had a great year in Dallas the year before, and then in Houston, he had another good year.
He got numbers gamed in Houston, man.
There are a lot of good receivers over there.
I am really shocked, but once again, I don't know if they'll do it, but I would rather him over Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's probably my top target of the receivers if you're going to bring one in. Obviously, Xavier Johnson if we're going to bring in a young one, but he's good. He's a good football player, and he's a willing blocker, which I think for the system, you're going to need guys like that.
I'm going to interrupt the show for a second. So Christian just turned 21 5 minutes ago. He sends me a picture. He bought some booze. He's got it in his trunk. Want to guess what he's drinking? He's got a bottle of liquor, and he's got a 12-pack.
40 a Jack and Budweiser.
He's got a Coors Banquet.
Okay.
And he's got, I'm really proud of this one. I prefer Jack Daniels, but Jim Beam Apple.
Jim Beam is good.
Happy birthday, Christian.
Happy birthday, buddy. Now get some Crown.
Absolutely. I'm a big Crown guy.
Crown's the best. If you're going,
I'm a big Crown. It's so expensive.
I know, but it's so worth it.
It is.
It's liquid candy though, man.
It's dangerous.
Anyway,
it's not as delicious as that. All right, so Noah Brown, pretty good player. He'll be your number one here, and it kind of opens things up, I think, with a guy like that.
Yeah. I think he could be an intriguing waiver claim for New England.
Want to talk about running back Isaiah Spiller?
Yeah, you know what? New regime in LA. I still sometimes have San Diego in my head.
They don't have rushing stats on PFF. You know that?
You never really do they not? Well, they hate running backs there.
That adds up.
he was a really highly regarded, really athletic running back out of Texas A&M a couple years ago. If you're gonna run a wide zone running scheme or whatever, like the Patriots are, like a true West Coast type of running scheme, he
Oh, here we go.
fits
I found the rushing stats.
he fits the
The rushing
Patriots scheme a
page.
lot better than like he would fit the Chargers scheme.
2001, maybe.
And
08, 09, 2001.
fuck.
Drafted the 4th round out of Texas A&M by the Chargers.
Yeah, he's a great athlete, just kind of wrong fit at this time for the Chargers with the system they want to run there.
Could be a good fit for us.
Yeah, I think he's a better fit in like a system like New England.
So you could basically just say, hey, we let Kevin Harris go, but we got Isaiah Spiller.
Yeah, and then at that point you're kind of like looking at it as a better system swap, and then you can kind of maybe practice squad Jermichael Hasty if that's what you want to do.
Could be interesting. 6'1", 215, big dude for a running back anyway.
He fits kind of like the Antonio Gibson mold of like similar type of frame.
Do they have the same fumble issues? I hope not. Nope, no career fumbles through 2 years.
Very good.
Pretty good. Another running back, Zach Evans, out of Los Angeles.
Really talented guy.
The other Rams team. LA team. God, Jesus. 1 year guy. 6th round pick last year.
He's super talented. Always has had kind of issues.
Was a preseason stud, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. He could be a guy that I think New England could take a chance on. Like, he's had some issues in college and in high school. Really weird recruiting saga. He was like once like the best recruit in the country, I think, or something like that. Like, extremely talented kid. Worth taking a chance on if you trust your foundation to, mold him into. He's only like what, 22, 23? Yeah.
Yep, 23. Turned 23 in March.
Yeah. You can allow yourself to kind of let this kid develop as a man into your organization. I would take a chance on him if you're looking at adding a running back. Really talented. Rams kind of have too many guys there now. And he kind of doesn't fit their schemes. Rams are running power now. They're like a full-blown power football team.
Well, yeah, Kyron Williams and Blake Corum.
Two mean runners, man.
And now they're going to put you see this? They put Kyron Williams at punt return.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's sad. That's rough.
Yeah.
So Solomon Byrd is a guy that we
put there.
He's a 7th round pick, old rookie. He's gonna be 25 in March, or 25 in December. Excuse me. Out of USC. Oh, I see why. Tell us about Solomon Byrd.
He's similar to Keon White, big, mean edge rusher, good power move kind of guy. Like, I was hearing he was giving like every offensive tackle at USC hated him. Like he would whoop their asses in practice, man. Unfortunately, Houston just is too deep of a roster at this point, so they let him go. But for a team that does need a little more defensive line juice, I would say I like the unit, but they do need another kind of just a little bit more juice, I think. He fits the Patriots mold of like just a fucking human vending machine out there. I would give him the opportunity to at least play a couple games here and see how he does. I think he's a talented player.
Lewis Cine, 1st round pick, released from the Minnesota Vikings.
So he struggled a lot with both injury and into the NFL, but this preseason he was actually pretty good. But as is typical with we talk about it with coaches wanting their guys and stuff like that.
Not a B-flow guy.
Maybe Flores doesn't like him. I don't know. I don't know if the front
office. I know Flores
doesn't
like quarterbacks.
Him and Tua. We need a reality TV show with him and Tua. And just like basically make like a Beyond Scared Straight format.
Maybe a fun like middle of the season topic when things go bad. Best reality TV shows with athletes, because I have one. Johnny Manziel and Tim Tebow.
Oh
But
man,
like college Manziel and college Tebow.
that would be something. That would be.
That'd be fun. But Lewis Seen, yeah, first round pick safety. I
He
don't
is
think we
also.
need.
Oh, I should add, he is from Massachusetts.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's from Everett.
Stand by. I'm a New Hampshire guy, so live in Massachusetts. Born and raised in New Hampshire. He was born in Haiti. Yep, he played high school at Everett, and then he
transferred, I think, to play for Deion Sanders' high school team.
yeah, after retirement of Everett's coach, he moved to Cedar Hills, Texas, and he was coached by Deion Sanders. Yep, and he played college football at Georgia.
Yeah, he's a hard hitter. Fits the mold of our safeties. Like I said about Del Pettis and like drill preppers and all this stuff.
Not great in coverage.
No, makes me think though, if you're gonna add him, do you maybe use him as like a safety linebacker type of like?
I think maybe you put Jabril Peppers in there. Whatever one is better at whatever one's better at doing the more safety stuff. I mean, we got like 3 Patrick Chungs on this roster.
Yeah. What if
I wish we played
Patrick Chung?
I wish we played Travis Kelce more often, just so we could see what we get away with these
Yeah,
guys.
Stick him at the line of scrimmage every single game.
Just light them up.
Welcome to hell, buddy. Oh, you thought you could escape one Patrick Chung clone? Bitch, we got 3 of them. Good luck.
Last guy we'll mention, because we mentioned the other guys, or we mentioned one guy, Rock Ya-Sin. He got cut from the Niners. Hoping we could bring him in. We love him. We love to bring him in. Caleb Farley is the guy you want to talk about, though.
Caleb Farley, another former first-round pick. He's had the worst luck, man.
And his name is also spelled wrong.
He's had, okay, being serious, though, he has had some terrible luck. Came out of college, injured with back problems, if I remember correctly.
Virginia Tech. Shout out to LCU.
Yeah, shout out LCU. I want to say he tore his ACL. And then he endured an awful tragedy, man. I don't know if you remember this, but like I think his parents' house caught on fire or whatever, and both his parents died.
What?
If I remember correctly, yeah. I'm like, holy shit, dude! Like, can this guy catch a break? And now he's caught. With that being said, rest in peace to his parents. And
on August 22nd, 2023, his home was leveled in an explosion, and his dad died.
Oh, his dad died. Yeah, like that's fucking brutal, man. That's tragic.
As far as his injuries, when he got drafted in week 6, he tore his ACL in 2021. In 2022, he was placed on injured reserve with a herniated disc. And he would miss the remainder of the season after undergoing a micro discectomy on his back. And he's put on the PUP in 23. And then in 24, they declined his 5th-year option.
So listen, he's a flight risk in terms of injury.
And he didn't play at all in 23. He played 104 snaps in 2022 and 60 snaps in 2021.
You're claiming him hoping that the first round talent he did display because of Virginia
shitty coverage grades.
Stud. He was a stud in college, but like I said, he's got the worst luck ever, man.
Worth a rehab project.
Yeah, if you're gonna take advantage of having the 3rd waiver claim, why not throw something at a talented player like him, right? Worst case scenario, an injured player gets injured again, and we just lament. Honestly, you just lament Caleb Farley's career.
We just move on. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those are the guys we wanted to mention today.
Those are your waiver claims. We got some NFL segments. We'll keep it short and quick, and then we have one question.
I was thinking, do you want to do those tomorrow when we have like?
No, I don't want to do them with our friends.
No, okay, let's do them then quickly.
we'll rip through them. Juju Smith-Schuster to Kansas City. The Patriots are really celebrating that one because whatever the Kansas City pays, we don't have to pay him. So shout out to that. Former Patriot quarterback Mac Jones won the backup QB battle in Jacksonville. I think Mac Jones is a more than serviceable backup quarterback. I just don't think it was. I just think it was done here. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
He's
Get
gonna be.
riddance.
He's gonna be a. He's gonna be a top 40 quarterback in the league probably the rest of his career. He'll be bounced around from here to here. You'll see him from time to time. He's gonna be Case Keenum, and best of luck to him. Shout out to him for winning the job over in Jacksonville. CeeDee Lamb, 4 years, $136 million.
That was my dream for New England, man. I was dreaming Jerry Jones was gonna fuck it up.
You can still hope on Brandon Ayuk, but I think that's more of a high school drama thing at this point. Tell me I'm good, Kyle. Please tell me you want me. And he does. And he's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ayuk is pissed that deal went through before his.
Yeah. With that being said, that now sets a number for like Jamar Chase as well.
He's holding that too, isn't he?
He's gonna practice. I think he started practicing today.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
And then Jarrett Stidham had some interesting comments after he lost the quarterback battle to Bo Nix. And I say lost, I mean it wasn't really a battle. I think everybody knew he was going to start week 1. Zach Wilson kind of handled it with grace. Happy for him. Looking forward to being a backup and getting his career together. Jarrett Stidham sounded bitter.
Can I just say quickly?
Go.
Zach Wilson's looked a little bit better in Denver.
Yeah. Shocker.
Like, he actually, I can't believe I'm saying this. Zach Wilson didn't look bad.
Like, he's on the Sam Darnold simulator if Darnold got his offensive coach, like, way sooner.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have to suffer in Carolina to go and finally meet up with Sean Payton. Like,
yeah.
I think Zach Wilson is going to have a little bit of a rehab, and somebody will bite the trees.
It would be objectively hilarious in peak Jets if Zach Wilson became a stud. Or not even like a stud, but like anything other than the abysmal dog shit he was.
Like he goes to Seattle and just has an okay career.
He has the Geno Smith career renaissance. I would love to see it. Listen, when Geno Smith started balling out, I was like, I love this. I love seeing any sort of Jets just downfall, you know? Hey, look at this guy we failed to develop and like cut because he got punched in the face by like our backup edge rusher.
And then Rex Ryan signed him and made him a captain when they played.
Yeah. Hey, look at this guy. He's actually good now. Listen, I'm one of the few that still. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm one of the few that still believes in Geno Smith.
I think he'll be fine this year. I don't think he's going to be fine beyond that. I think Seattle needs to look at a quarterback in the draft.
Maybe, but I want to ride with Geno Smith. His career
this year, absolutely hands off. Let Geno do his thing. Next year, I think you need to look at Carson Beck.
Maybe, yeah. With that being said, let's keep on making sure they ain't right back, you know, or he doesn't right back, you know.
But Jarrett Stidham sounded real bitter. He thinks he's a starting quarterback in the league. Gun to your head, if you are. Let's just throw a kind of a middling team out there. Say you're the Cleveland Browns and you're looking for a guy because Deshaun Watson absolutely blows and Jameis Winston's not good. And you have to pick between Mac Jones and Jarrett Stidham. Who are you picking out of like QB 49, QB 50?
Probably Mac.
I agree.
Dude, okay, Jarrett Stidham couldn't get burned when Cam Newton was actively throwing the ball into the dirt and Brian Hoyer was just garbage.
Dude, Brian Hoyer was buried under Arrowhead.
And he couldn't get any burn. That should say everything about Jarrett Stidham.
And it wasn't like Matt Patricia was holding him back. McDaniels was here. I think McDaniels is probably a guy who knows how to
McDaniels as an OC is decent, man. He's just every time he becomes a head coach, he tries to become the offensive version of Belichick, and it just fails because, like,
offensive guys aren't supposed to be dicks.
Yeah. You come into the quarterback meeting, and you just call Derek Carr a bitch over and over again. Wow. That's going to go well.
Right.
Why can't you understand this? Brady can understand this. I'm not Tom Brady.
Poor Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Nice
He's making
guy. All I hear is that everybody loves Derek Carr, like as a dude.
He's making $40 million a year to be mediocre. Good for him.
Absolutely, few players deserve it more. But yeah, Stidham's not a starter. He might be QB3 over there. And honestly, if I'm Sean Payton, I'm looking around the league and I'm like, will anybody take this guy for a 6th-round pick?
Yeah. Maybe even a 7th. Just get him off the team for vibes.
Like, if that's how he's going to act around your rookie quarterback, get him out. Zach Wilson's the guy that you want to be, supportive, Mr. Clap in the back, All right. Okay. I have one question from Elcio, our good friend.
What's the question?
It's a good one. Let me pull it up. So we're a half hour after where we wanted to be, but we started late. What are you going to do? Elcio's question. I'm sure someone has asked it, but I'll shoot it anyways. Do you guys see any upside in benching Drake Maye to start the season? The upside is you make sure he doesn't get killed.
Yeah, he leaves breathing every single week.
There's only so much that you can learn by sitting and watching, especially a guy like Jacoby Brissett and not like a Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady or, a guy like that.
Even Brett Favre in the past.
Yeah.
Favre wasn't the best.
There's only so much you can learn behind Jacoby Brissett. Eventually, he needs to get the game reps. But I'm not comfortable until this offensive line proves that it can hold a block. It doesn't need to be great. I'm not saying Drake Maye needs to be untouched. Just not that disaster. Like there's not having an offensive line, and then there's having an arsonist for an offensive line. Like one just big explosion. Like I'd rather have the Giants situation than ours at that point.
Yeah.
So I do see the upside in sitting May. But after the first month of the year, I'm looking for opportunities to put him in.
I agree.
Well aware.
The O-line is
part of the Drake Maye, before I let you kind of go where you're gonna go. Part of the Drake Maye conversation too is once you put him in, there's no going back. The clock has started.
Right. Well, that's the thing. I want the O-line to kind of have a cohesive unit figured out before you throw May in there. That's what I'll say, at least. At the bare minimum. If you're going to throw him in there, have a cohesive unit. Otherwise, you're setting him up for failure, and it'll just be like the Houston Texas expansion draft team.
So that's your question. If you guys have any questions in the future, feel free to shoot the page a message. Feel free to comment on the weekly post we'll do. I think I'm going to aim to post it every Monday and then have a day to get you guys get your questions in, and then we'll read more on the show. But that was the first one-off question from our good friend LCO. Ryan, any parting thoughts for the people before we go for the night and then come back tomorrow?
Yeah. If you live in the Midwest, stay cool. It is fucking just a heat wave going on right here, man.
We're cooling off over here. Summer is about over at this point.
I am
it's going to be low 70s.
You guys, man.
It's going to be low 70s next week.
I am so envious of you guys. Every single day for like the next week is like 90, or like the next week or so is like 90 or like high 80s or some fucking thing, man.
Dude, in mid-September, it'll come back. It'll come back for another week or two. But the rest of the week, it's going to be like 86 today. And then it's going to be 73, 75, 76, 81, 76, 70, 71, 73, 79.
I went outside at 9:30 at night to go do recycle, and it was 86 out.
Gross time of the year.
I hate it.
This mid to late August, it's not great.
I'm a snow child, born and raised in Canada, and born in December. I can't do like high degree temps, man.
Dude, I'm in a weird spot. March 6th, like New England, like March in New England. It's the gray slop. It's kind of there's snow on the ground. Early March, late March is closer to spring than it is winter. But early March, some snow, mostly rain.
Just Blech.
It's the slush. It's the great. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but when it
That's
rains,
like end of March, early
it
April.
rains, and then it has the salt on the road, and then you move the salt off the road and the snow, and it's just this gray mush.
It's ass.
That's early March. But for the longest time, I had my own birthday while my brother had his birthday July 28th. Williams was last week, August 21st, and then Christian's today, August 28th. I had my own birthday at March 6th. But then my nephew, March 7th.
Yeah.
And he was like 3 months early. Like, he wasn't due till May.
Yeah, that's something, man.
Little shit.
I mean,
Anyway.
I love it. In my family, everyone's birthdays is spread out. Like, my mom's is April, my sister's is August, and then my dad's is November, and then mine's December.
Yeah, pretty spread out.
Yeah.
Pretty spread out. Pretty good. But I am pumped for tomorrow.
I am too. It's going to be electric.
I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink on the show.
Oh, I wish I could have a few, but I got class in the morning.
You have class the next morning?
I do Thursday morning, yeah.
Ugh.
I know.
Brutal.
Should have like Thursday night, man, because I Friday would be electric.
I would have loved to do it Friday, but unfortunately, there are a lot of people. You can only do so much to get like 4 or 5 people in the room.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll suffer together. We'll put it through, and we'll have some fun. It'll be a lot of fun tomorrow. Ryan, thanks for coming on. Make sure you do your homework for tomorrow. And I'm not talking about your class. I'm talking about the show. And we will see you all on Thursday as you watch this on Wednesday. Thanks for watching the Foxboro BeatCast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow the show, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Foxboro BeatCast. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.